My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 20th March 2021. The focus of our reflection: good persons suffer on behalf of God and good, but they never give up and abandon the right path. The prophet suffers. This is so much and humanly unbearable. He suffers ingratitude, deception, and betrayal at the hands of his own people. He faces persecution and even to the point of death. This is all the more excruciatingly painful because it is his own people for whom he did so much, for whom he pleaded so fervently to God not to punish or destroy them for their iniquities, but to be merciful to them. And so, humanly speaking, he should seek revenge, but he is really a God fearing and God trusting man. So, he entrusts his case and cause to God. This is the same spirit that Jesus manifests in the face of undeserving and unjust suffering. His own people refuse to believe in him. No amount of miracles, no amount of powerful and godly teachings, no amount of witness from the sincere messengers, and no amount of wise advice from leaders like Nicodemus would melt their stubbornness. Their jealousy makes them prejudiced. Their prejudice leads to hatred. Hatred blinds them to truth. Their blindness leads them to unbelief, and unbelief leads to rejection, and rejection leads to evil plotting, and conspiracy finally ends in murder. But just to see Jesus, no amount of affliction and problem makes him shaken in his loyalty to God's will and in his compassion towards his people. At no point Jesus backtracks from God's will or doubts the rightness of God's ways. And at no point Jesus feels retaliation towards those hostile to him, and never he wishes bad for them. So, instead of feeling furious toward those who did wrong to Jesus, it is better that we get more convinced by looking at the prophet and Jesus. And now the direction and the directive for our life. Often it is a wonder for me why and how the leaders and the people as well could not get more correct details about Jesus' birth and lineage. That only shows that when faith is shallow, knowledge too becomes shallow and deviated.